Hi everyone, Chris here. This is a video to accompany the radio show Counting the Beat B-Sides number 4. So that radio show focuses on tracks that kind of evoke or reflect on New Zealand landscape and location. So it's a bit different from other place name radio shows I've done in the past, where I've gone through kind of pop and rock songs that name check New Zealand locations. Place songs like The Exponents and Cashel Street 08 or Peter Cape's Taumarunui. This is, like I said, an evocation of the landscape, and they either reflect where they've been recorded or they're about these places in New Zealand. First up is on the radio show is this, Alistair Galbraith, a fantastic album, Cry, from 2000 I think, on MIE Records, and this was recorded in a shed in Taieri Mouth. And Taieri Mouth's an amazing place. It's south of Dunedin, down the coast a ways, quite isolated. It can be desolate in the winter, but incredibly beautiful. This is the inner sleeve, and I think the music really reflects the location here. The photos on the cover, you've got seaweed and found objects with the coastal road here, and yeah, the beach and the sea, and that kind of misty, hazy look at the landscape is reflected in the music as well. Also from the south, this is a duo of Anthony Milton and Clayton Noon together as Claypipe. They've put out a number of lathe cuts and CDR releases. This is the only vinyl release. It's an album called A Daylight Blessing, again on MIE, and just pull out the inner sleeve here. It was recorded in Alma Street, St Kilda, and in the sand dunes of St Kilda. I'm not sure if you can see, but here are the two of them set up underneath the clothesline in Alma Street. The track that I played is one of two, named Shifting Sands. Shifting Sands number 1, and it very much has the sound of a field recording in the sand dunes at St Kilda. You can hear the sea, you can hear the cars going along the road above which runs along the top of the dunes there. This is a prolific electronic artist, sometimes called drum and bass, but it's more ambient and experimental and darker than that. This is from the 2012, or is it 2013 EP on Triangle Records called Preparations. And this is one of a couple of tracks that I suppose acknowledge the connection between Māori and the land in New Zealand. I played a track off here called Magister Nuns, which is about Richard Nuns, who is the musician who's brought back and revived a lot of Māori traditional instruments, or taumapōura, and you can hear those sounds on here. And I think this, though Fiss's music is better known in Europe than it is in New Zealand, this one really evokes the fact that he is from New Zealand. Another that kind of taps into that Māori connection with the land is this from the third album by Kareta. I think their best album actually. This is Pirahia. So I've read that this was named not after, but because there's that mountain, Pirongia, and they're trying to bring up that idea. I mean, and this is clearly all about the land, I mean, and the sea and the landscape. I mean, this amazing gatefold sleeve, and this is there's a couple of versions of this. What have we got here? Oh yeah, they put this poster out with the album as well. This was released on Golden Antenna, and this is the gold vinyl version. I love the labels on this. Again, with those amazing seascapes. And the song I played from this is Kawia Tato Ki Ngā Hiwi, which translates as take us to the ridges, or take us to the mountain tops. So again, that idea of landscape in that track. It's the first Kareta track to feature any vocals, just basically the title included in that track. And as I say, I believe this is the best of the three Caretta albums. It seems to, maybe the earlier ones I found just a little kind of mathematical. This one has more kind of humanity and depth and warmth to it. It's an outstanding record. Scenes from the South Island by Roy Montgomery is a really sought after record. It goes for big money. It was released on Drunken Fish. So you just got your plain white sleeve with the CD cover glued on the front. They also included the other bits from the CD cover, and it talks about it here. So all recorded in New York, San Francisco and Chicago, but as it says, scenes of the South Island, so track titles like Along the Main Divide, Clear Night, Port Hills, Rain Shadow near Christchurch, The Road to Diamond Harbour. The track I played from here was one of the longer ones, A Twilight Conversation. So this is Roy Montgomery on his guitar, recorded onto 4-track, and these kind of improvised guitar solo pieces that evoke the South Island. It's a great album, that, and as I say, highly sought after nowadays as well. Then I played from this and Emerald City, also a sought after record now. Their first album, that only released on vinyl, Circa Scaria. So it's double LP, an amazing gatefold sleeve. This was recorded in a cave on Auckland's west coast, on Whatepu Cave. I can't remember which beach it is on exactly, but you've got all your kind of thanks and stuff on the inner sleeve there. Recorded by David Holmes, who's actually in that band Caretta I just showed, and he's recorded a number of bands of this kind of ilk, this kind of post-rock, ambient kind of thing. He's recorded Jacob, Luma, and so on. This is, phenomenal record, and the details here on the other inner sleeve. Recorded over 2 days in January 2009 in the Great Cave of Whatepu on the west coast of Auckland. And the track I played from here is a track that's only on the vinyl release. It's not on the CD. It's an untitled improvisation recorded in that cave. And finally, on this special, I played from this Mike Knock Ondas. I hope that's how you pronounce it. My favourite Mike Knock record, probably. This is from 1982 on ECM, his only ECM release. He did record a few albums in New Zealand kind of just after this time, so this was recorded overseas, but I think very much him thinking about New Zealand and about the time he was contemplating coming back here. I played Land of the Long White Cloud from that record, so it's joined on there by Eddie Gomez on bass and John Christensen on drums. This is a really nice copy of this, by the way, promo copy in almost perfect condition. So that's Counting the Beat B-Sides, number 4. I'll post the link to where you can listen to the show, and thanks very much for watching.